Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here. For today's video, I want to share with you guys my mid-year Techo Kaigi, and Techo Kaigi roughly translates to notebook meeting, and that's where you bring out all your notebooks in front of you and you reflect upon it basically. So I want to share with you guys how it's going for me, how my lineup is going, my system is going, as well as plans for 2025. Yes, I'm thinking about what I want to use for next year as well. And you know, we are only 1 month away now from the hobonichi lineup reveal event. So starting in August, hobonichi, the brand, releases some sneak peeks throughout the month of August until their final reveal event. So they release the full lineup for purchase. They do that in August, and it's really exciting. I'm always quite into it. And yeah, they release you can start buying notebooks for them in September. So we're not that far away in general from their release. So you know, I'm very excited. And Hobonichi is not the only one releasing notebooks around this time. There's already notebooks and planners and journals for next year already, for 2025 already in some stores. If you're not here to see them, they're not being sold out by any means, but it's kind of exciting to see September start 2025 or 2024 to 2025 planners and journals already being on the shelves already. So I think it really picks up September, October, but I mean, even in July now, people are already kind of getting excited for it. So I will be discussing that for you guys today. And yeah, so I will get started. I hope you guys have a beverage. I have one here. It's just ice water because I am in the hottest room in my house right now, but it has the best light. So I thought I'd film here for maybe the next few videos or so. But anyways, it's getting very, very warm in Japan. It's currently rainy season, so it rains every day, every other day at this point. It's very, very humid. And yeah, so I'll be sipping my ice water if you hear that clinking in the background. But anyways, my Techo Kaigi. I will start with my weeks. If you're new to my channel, I've been using Hobonichi products since 2020. I started with the Day Free, which just has the monthly pages in the front and the note pages in the back in the A6 size, so slightly shorter than this, but slightly wider than this. And I stopped using that actually last year, I think. And I'm fully in the weeks. I use one for planning and one for journaling. And when I decide my Hobonichi weeks for the year, I like to have a theme. If you watched my channel before, you know that part of my decision making process is I like to pick 2 weeks, and they kind of have something to go together, connect them. And I kind of like this kind of sweet, cute theme, this mint colors on both of the covers. And this cover my partner drew on the clear Hobonichi cover for me to match the kind of white text of this this week's cover. It's just a colored cover, so there's nothing on the back. Unlike this one has design, this one has end pages as well, like so. And yeah, so I chose this combination. I still love it. It's perfect now. I mean, it's bright and sunny, summery. It's also spring because this is sakura. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. This is a Weeks Mega from 2021, and then this is a special collaboration for 2024 basically. That's why it's a little bit different than what you'll find on the Hobonichi website. I use this one for journaling and then this one for planning, and yeah, it's just been kind of my ride or die. I will be using this for 2025. How it's going so far, it's going great. This is kind of one of the spreads I don't mind showing. I went to an art exhibition where they show super flat, which is a art style, I would say. It's super colorful, super bold, and I really like the way I decorated it. And I put the sticker I got from the exhibition shop. And I journal on the left side, and then I decorate on the right side basically. I've been doing that consistently. This is maybe one that shows you how boring it can get. I mean, this one is just a wall of text, and then this is from the event that we went to. It's a festival where I don't know if it's a festival really, but it's not a ceremony either, but it's where they kind of set this whole like straw field on fire. So basically, in Nara, where like the famous for like feeding the deer little senbei, like cookies. I don't know. It's very famous for their deer, but also in the same park, just on the backside, which you don't really notice until it starts being lit on fire. But they have a little ceremony to kind of clear out this type of grass. And yeah, I mean, but it's mostly about this writing bit. I use the right side for writing my feelings and what I do. In the notes pages, this year, I forget what I've been doing last year, but this year I basically put samples of things that I buy. So I'll have like a little record book of what I purchased this year, as well as I also stamp from stationery events that I go to. This one was the Bungu Joshi Haku in Osaka. I'm in Osaka, so when they do come, I like to go and like attend these events. And I put like little samples of the washi tape I bought, as well as some of the stickers that I acquired during these events, and I've been doing that for a while. I also went to a sumo sumo tournament in Osaka. It's always in March in Osaka, and then I don't know when it is in other places of Japan, but it only comes once a year. So if you are in Japan in March, try to get tickets. They go live, I think, in February. So if you can go, it's really exciting. This is like the list of all the kind of high-ranking sumo wrestlers. So it's just like an extension of the earlier pages, but I want to include more like information, more pictures, more, I don't know, I just need more space, so I put it back here. It's really fun to flip through, especially because this is a side where I get creative. I put, as you can tell, I put washi tape here, buy stickers for the event. I haven't printed out photos. It's not very thick this year for me. Usually it's like double this. It's like this, like at the end of the year it's quite thick. But I have yet to catch up and print out photos, which I want to include from trips that I've been on. So it's not really complete at the moment, or caught up basically, but I really enjoyed it, and it's like an ongoing project, and I really like having the whole year in this book. I really like putting photos and having all my feelings, and I don't know, just one book that captures my life this year, and it's something that I can archive and look forward to, like to look back on. So yeah, that's my journal. This is my planner, Hobonichi Weeks. It's a mega. It's from 2021. I am redating this notebook, and I have redated notebooks in the past, or Hobonichi Weeks specifically in the past, but I've only done it more creatively. This time I'm doing it very functionally, so I will show, maybe this is a good page to do. Actually, that's not a good page because I didn't redate that day. I will show. So this is the second week in July, so I haven't written anything yet, but I have whited out the date underneath and put a sticker over it. And for me, luckily this year, basically every other month alternates, luckily. So I'm only off by one day. So the months that I have 30 days, how do I describe it? Well, well, basically every other month I have to redate it. When it, like for the end of July, I have caught up. I know, like, August 1st will start on the 1st, so then the numbers will catch up again, if that makes sense. Oh, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, when at the end, every other month, I don't have to redate it, basically, is what I'm trying to say, because the numbers somehow match up again. So I've been redating this very functionally, and that's a new thing for me. I think it's a lot harder to do than to do it, like, creatively, in the sense of, like, you know, like, I don't want this to be, like, distracting that I've redated it. I don't want to put big stickers with big numbers on it when I need the space for note-taking or appointment, like my appointments or, like, my workout or something like that. I need the space. So when I mean functionally, I mean that it's not distracting to the eye, and I have plenty of space to still use it for functional use, basically. What I ended up doing for the monthly calendar, I stamped just underneath the number the correct date. In this way, it doesn't look amazing. Like, it's a little bit confusing, I think, if you had to glance at it. And I will make a video, I think, summarizing redating. And I know people have commented on my video. They want to know how I redated my other journals in the past. It is such a daunting video to film, just because the amount of items I use, how different they all are. So hopefully I will kind of reflect upon redating, especially functional, because I think people want to buy older hobonichis or older planners in general, and they're curious to see like what tools I use, how to kind of keep the cost down, perhaps, like what I learned spending money to redate this, and how I've spent money in the past. Like, I've made a lot of mistakes as well, so I'm hoping to cover that, and I hope it's not such a big video that I feel too overwhelmed to film it. But yeah, I've learned a lot redating this planner. And I think just my initial like tip, I guess, you know, I can see more people wanting to use older hobonichi weeks, especially because it has the old Tomoe River paper, or, you know, you used it, didn't fall in love with it that year, you still have it lying around, you want to repurpose it for another year, the next year, you want to know how they can fix the calendar, how you guys can fix the like weekly layout. You know, I see a lot of use for it to do redating, but it's also very time consuming. It's never gonna look like a brand new planner. Like, even this is like as minimal as you can get. It's a stamp that fits in the squares shape of the hobonichi weeks, but you know, you couldn't necessarily white out the number on top because there are red, like all the weekends are red and gray, so it will never look like brand new no matter what, unless you have white out or correction tape that is this red or this gray. So it's a very, very time consuming process. It's not gonna look, yeah, brand new. Yeah, and then I don't think I'm gonna show too much of the notes pages, but what I ended up doing for the notes pages is the first 50 pages I use for my movie and TV tracker and book tracker as well. So I write, when I finish a TV show or movie, I write the kind of Google summary for it, like what's the movie about, basically. I put the icon, what it is, and then like how long the movie or TV show is. And then this year I write my like impression of it. So like, it was okay, I had high expectations, or I thought it was really funny, you know, really recommend, or something like that. Like, I've been doing that for the back here. And then that's a page 1 through 50. It's numbered at the bottom here. And then from page 50, I'm tracking again how much I'm spending on my hobonichi weeks, like so this week's. I've done it in the past to show you guys the total cost of a hobonichi weeks planner. I think it's quite interesting for myself to see how much I spend in one of these notebooks or one of these planners. And I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, maybe you're curious to see like how much somebody who loves hobonichi spends on their planner for one whole year. So that's why I do it, as well as like for myself, I'm interested to know like the numbers. And I just like write other things. So I'm doing like a running tracker here. I use a little bit of it for social media, like kind of tracking analytics. And then from page 100 and on, I actually keep it for work notes. I just let myself have the rest of the notebook, this planner, for the rest of the year to be just blank, in the sense where from page 100 to I think 215 is how many pages this has. Basically, I have just free for work notes, and actually just finished my work contract at the end of June, so now I'm free, so I'm very excited to sit down and film more. But anyways, now that that's over, any other pages after that, I really haven't thought about how I'm going to use it, because I have like already a notes section, and then, you know, obviously my TV tracker. I guess if I watch more TV shows and movies and I run out of pages 1 through 50, you know, I can keep going behind my work notes. But that's what's really great about, I guess, the Mega. I think that's why it appeals to a lot of people. It has a lot more notes pages than the regular weeks. So this one is just a regular size weeks. This one's a mega, which just means it has the notes pages, like more notes pages. This one has 215 in the back, and this one has 70 something. 69 pages, so quite a significant jump of notes pages. And I think I went into the year looking for a kind of a work notes spot for me, so this was great to have like a really open-ended notes notebook. And again, I want to keep this with my planner. I find myself referring to some of my work notes in the future, so yeah, I'm happy to have it in this own planner rather than having a separate notebook per se in case it gets lost or something. You know, it's both of these capture my year perfectly, and yeah, I mean, I'm quite consistent. Nothing I've shown, I think, so far has been groundbreaking or new. If you follow my channel for a while, to complement the kind of workload that I'm doing, I use this weekly supplement. It is from 2021. I'm just gonna take a quick sip. It's from 2021, and it's a spring start. I got it on sale. That's the only reason why I purchased it. I thought, oh, it's maybe great to have, so I had bought this in 2021. Didn't need it, but hung on to it, and I redate it now. I used to put like stickers at the top from Muji, and they just have the number and they're perforated, so you just spend your days just tearing them off one by one and sticking them underneath. Like I stick mine underneath the date, but it's getting quite like bulky here at the top. It's hard to see on camera, but there is a kind of significant ridge or yeah, surface where it's all the stickers are matching up at the same spot. So what I ended up doing for July, I used a stencil to write in the dates, and they're bigger, so I see them more clear. Actually, these are actually reading these wrong, so this is the 17th, not the 18th, and then every day after that is wrong as well. But I decided to do it this way, probably for the rest of the year. At this moment, I don't like prepare anything ahead of time, but yeah, so I do it like at a month at a time. It's so different than when I started. This is kind of a good example of how I used it in the past. I usually pick a color, a theme for the week, and yeah, I think it's really fun. For me, it kind of forces me to use stickers that maybe I wouldn't necessarily use, but because if it's the color theme, I'll use it. So like I was thinking about this cactus one here. I don't think it's the best sticker on that sticker sheet that I had bought, but it is green, so I'll put it on here. And I don't know, it's just not that I don't care like so much like about the stickers that I use here. I just don't overthink it, basically, because, you know, I don't know, it's not as like precious as like my memory keeping journal here. I like to pick the best stickers. I pick stickers directly, like specifically for that is what I want to say. But anyways, my supplement here has really fallen off. This was last week. No decoration, just pen on paper here. I didn't even put the dates in at this moment because again, I'm just so I was so busy. So for work, which is mainly what this notebook is for, the supplement is for, was so busy last month. There was an event that my work was leading up to in June. So before this event, for 1 month, I posted 16 social media posts. So that's 16 graphics I made, graphics or videos I made, and then I had to write the kind of caption for it 3 times for each of their like social media platforms. So that was really daunting. I mean, it was not the weekends basically, but every day basically a new post would go out with a new caption, and you know, I had to send it to my boss to double check as well and schedule. So it was kind of ongoing, like crazy for that month. So I haven't, you know, been filming. And then the last week, so my final week in June, I made 11 videos for the website that they use, and it was just like 11 videos in, you know, 5 days was, you know, very exhausting for me. And you know, I hope you guys see why like I haven't filmed so much for my channel, at least until like my work is over, because I don't want to edit 11 videos and caption them and you know all this stuff for my work and then come on camera and film and then edit even more hours into it, like, because my work is something very similar, like digital content, you know, being creative, graphic design. I just could not come on camera and then want to do this editing, filming all the time as well, because I sit a lot as well. So now I'm really focused on being healthy. I'm gonna focus more on my channel, and yeah, just, I don't know, just start moving my body a bit more, because yeah, it's just been a busy period of work. I worked there for 9 months, so gradually just started to pick up as I started to get more comfortable and get more responsibility. So anyways, I keep waving this supplement around, but yeah, this has kind of kept me going, and even as plain and boring as it is, you know, it's exactly like what I need for it. Basically, I have my meeting hours, I have my work hours. So when I do my payroll, which I work hourly, I would just write in, just go across the top and go see the total for that week and then put it in the system. So that's this one. A bit long for that, for not showing so much about it. My two smaller notebooks. I have a cafe journal here with the Traveler's Factory. I've shown this on my channel before. I absolutely love it. And then here is my pocket notebook field notes. This is my first field notes. I finished my Moleskine pocket notebook. And basically this one is a cafe journal, so I'll only write in this when I go to a cafe. I've shown this plenty of times. This is a Traveler's Factory notebook cover in the passport size, and then I have this little strap because I like the way it looks, and it's a pencil board as well. And I've just been, what's a good one to show? Well, this is a good one to kind of just briefly show. Like, this is my cafe journal. I go to a cafe, sit down, I journal. I put some of like my receipts, and I even draw several times. This one, I was really proud of this one. I went to a stationery event and I drew some of the purchases from the artists that are the kind of vendors I bought from. Very fun thing to do for me, and so I really enjoy this for its very specific purpose as a cafe journal. So yeah, this is this system. And then kind of on the same vein, I have my field notes here. It's a pocket journal, pocket notebook, and I use this for anything, basically notes, yeah, to-do list, to buy list. If I play a game or you know, need to keep score for something, I write it in this. And ever since I started this pocket notebook system, which I've talked about on my channel before, I've been really happy that I've kept up writing what day I'm in the sense of I've been in pocket notebooks for 57 days. Which makes me really happy because, you know, I don't use this every day, so it's kind of interesting to see like what my 100th day of pocket notebook will look like, basically. I started my pocket notebook journey with a very different intention of how I'm using it now, actually. I started to, like, as the aim to stop scrolling first thing in the morning, but now I don't do that. I don't write this in this notebook first thing in the morning. I just write whatever comes to mind. I use this for travel as well. This is kind of transitioned into a part-time travel journal, which I'm really enjoying. So I stamp things in here. I journal about my work. I journal about trips I've taken. It's just a little bit of everything, honestly. And I'm really enjoying it. So I have a few field notes now in my collection that I'm slowly accumulating. And yeah, I'm excited to use it. This one says Wildlife Tailor in the back. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I bought it here on Mercari, which is like a secondhand store, online store. You can buy and sell things here in Japan. And someone was selling this one, and I thought, I don't know what that is, but you know, it's not something weird. So I thought, oh, I'll just buy this. And this is the first field notes that I'm in ever. So I'm really excited to keep going. And yeah. that is my Techo Kaigi. That is everything I'm using right now of 2024. Like I said before, I'm very, very consistent. And I think what's helping me this year that I realized that I needed, but didn't know that I needed, basically, my system is basically the hobonichi weeks. Like, this is something that I don't change ever, but at the same time, these are both planners and journals that I'll be in for 365 days of the year, and sometimes I want to change it up. So that's what's really good about these kind of smaller notebooks. Like, they're kind of thin like this. There's not that many pages, and what I found myself looking forward to is finishing this notebook and moving into a new one. So it kind of like allows me to be creative and not feel so like monotonous, I guess, with just these planners. Like, if I only had two, I think I would be like, oh, I'd be so curious to try something else or do a different setup. And nothing's stopping me from switching up how I'm using these journals and planners. But it's just been really fun to have small notebooks to just have fun in, no stress. I don't baby these. Like, this field notes is just without a cover or anything like that. I put it in my pocket, my bag. It's fairly new, so that's why it looks decently like clean, minus the spine. I fold it over, like I fold it in half like this when I write, when I'm out. So just the spine basically is kind of taking a little bit of wear, but yeah, I don't really baby it, and I can't wait to finish this and try other field notebooks or other pocket notebook sizes or other pocket notebook brands. But yeah, no, it's just really kind of satisfied that want to move into something new mid-year, or kind of when you're kind of struggling a little bit to creatively or something like that. Like, I don't mind drawing in here, I don't mind sticking my favorite stickers in here, even if it doesn't necessarily match with like a week, which I do for my weeks in general. But anyways, yeah, so I'll end that Techo Kaigi here. I'll have a sip of my water. Yeah, and then plans for 2025. I think if you follow my channel a lot, you know that I probably will stick with my weeks for a journal and planner. I don't know what designs I'll get because I haven't seen them, but hopefully I will find one that I believe like match or pair up. In the past, I always prioritize that actually more so than I'd care to admit. I do like one planner and journal that go together visually. So that is something I will look forward to find two planners that look well together. I do collect older hobonichi weeks as well, so maybe I will match one from next year to the one I already own, so kind of like this one. This one's 2024 release and this one's 2021, but again, the way they match is very, very cute. So, or I think it's very cute. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm gonna go about it. I won't be going into a mega next year. I don't think I'll need the pages. Even if I'll be working, I realize that, like, especially with my job now, or my job ending in June, I had a shared document with my boss, and basically we'd have a meeting and then we would write our action items together, and then I would check those off in that way. So there wasn't so much to write in the notes pages in regards to like a to-do list, but there was like meeting notes with the whole staff, so then I would take notes as well in here. So I don't think I will be getting a larger hobonichi weeks mega for work of any kind, just because I realized I didn't need it, but again, I'm happy to have the freedom to have the extra note pages in the back. Yeah, I'm not sure. Next year for 2025 as well will be the first year that hobonichi will have the new paper in the week size. So I started this year with the hobonichi Hone A6 as part of my lineup, and that one had the new paper. I didn't stay in that hobonichi Hone long enough to really know or have like a or develop an opinion basically on how I felt about it, because both of these have the original Tomoe River paper, and I'm not super into fountain pens, so I don't really know how much of a difference it does make, but I do decorate it. I do write in it every day. I will be able to tell like the wear and tear for, you know, one whole year, because I'll be in these weeks. So I'll be curious to see next year how much it changes, and if not, I have a collection of older weeks with the original paper. So if that, you know, is something I need to think about, it's not something I haven't considered at the moment, but at the moment I plan to get new weeks for next year, and yeah, find a design that matches. Not a mega. Supplement, will I get it next year? Probably. They're not that expensive for what it is. If you don't write small, you know, I mean, it is a daunting notebook. There's not much space to write it, but I did enjoy using this for time blocking, and even if I don't necessarily use it for next year specifically, you know, I have no problem redating like I did this one. Just holding it onto when I need it, and you know, it's just a little notebook that I really enjoy having, and I think it's so much fun to decorate. Here's another page, like this one's pink. It's just so much fun to decorate for me. I like these little stickers as well, because this is a vertical weekly layout. I don't have any notebooks or planners or journals that have that. It's just a really fun, compact way, and I think it has an impact because it's so small and cute like this. You know, it's not a big A5 notebook size, which I don't think I could ever do, like decorate the way I do for that size. It's too big. But yeah, it's a really lovely little notebook. I'll pick one up. Again, not very expensive. Will I use it? Will I not? I'm just gonna hold on to it to see how it fits in with that year or next year. Pocket notebook. I have a few field notes now that I bought secondhand and from different websites. Really into field notes, so I think I've gone down that rabbit hole. I'm very excited to keep using it. Again, I love that it's so thin, and like I can change it throughout the year basically. I don't know, so I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, it's just a fun, like, everyday, commonplace notebook. It's like social media, it's to-do list, it's everything. So I'll pick up a pocket notebook or keep using this one, basically, and just continue my daily counter with it when I use it. And then cafe journal. I will probably most definitely have a cafe journal with me in some way or another. I do like this one because it's from the Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Tokyo. It's a passport size. It's in camel. It's a beautiful camel cover. I love this like accessories I bought for it. This is a little leather strap that goes with it. I mean, these camel colors match perfectly. Sometimes, you know, there's some variation between covers of the same covers of the same color, but this one matches perfectly. This camel and this camel match perfectly. I love it. I'm not sure how much it will be used next year, depending on where me and my partner move to. We are leaving Japan at the end of this year, so I'll be here for the Hobonichi event, and basically until nearly the year is over, and depending on where we move to for the next kind of chapter, I don't know if there'll be many cafe visits or not, or like not as many cafe visits. I'm not sure yet, but I'll bring this regardless if there's any chance to be in a cafe, because I have accumulated a lot of stickers, accessories, and I don't know, I just have so much fun, and it's so much fun sitting in a cafe with a cafe journal, and one that sparks so much joy. Like, I enjoy having this notebook out, and I sit at a cafe. I have this, I have my drink, I have a pen, and I don't know, I just feel so, I don't want to say cool, I feel cool, but it's just a really nice feeling, and I really put my thoughts down on paper, and I don't know, just something like, I think all the combination of like the coffee sound, the smell, the people, having a beverage, and like watching people go about their daily lives, it really influences me and gets my mind thinking. So anyways, I will probably have a cafe notebook. I'm thinking my battery's blinking at me, so it's running low, but I will end this by saying I might get a hobonichi hone as well next year. I'm not sure, I really miss it, and I had one for last year for 2023, so that's on my list, but we'll see. We'll see what the release shows. So yeah, my battery is telling me to stop talking, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you joined me today, I hope you guys are all well, and let me know if you have your thoughts for 2025 already, if you guys are thinking about it, because yeah, I'm definitely on team like think about the planner even in July. So thank you guys so much. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.